Welcome back. Now, the stock in yesterday's trading session, which was in focus, was Tips Music. We'll keep an eye out on that. It's announced a new partnership with social media platform TikTok to expand its reach to global audiences as well. Now, we have with us Kumar Taurani, who's the chairman and managing director at Tips Industries and Tips Music, to join in to discuss this recent partnership and the outlook for this business ahead itself. You know, Mr. Taurani, over the last many months, you've been tying up with a lot of these global distribution platforms, be it Meta, Spotify. You had some tie-ups come by with other players as well. In light of that, how big is this Tips TikTok tie-up, and what does it mean for monetization of your content? How much could the incremental revenue be from here?
Namaste. I think it will help us definitely. This short format content is really doing well. And TikTok, as you know, is not available in India and China. But this partnership will help us in other parts of the world. So I feel it's a good tie-up. A revenue size will be, I'm not sure what that will be. I'm not expecting a huge revenues out of this. Mid-size revenue we are expecting. But main is this will give us this will help us to audience, the fans and the music lovers will go to other platforms and listen our music. And our streaming and YouTube views will increase, and from there our revenue will increase.
Have they given an MG? A minimum guarantee?
Yeah, it's not an MG, it's an advanced kind of a deal we have. We have some money, we have got some money, yeah.
Could you give us how much money that is? A broad range. I'm not asking for specifics here.
It's a small money, not a big money.
Okay. How much is small money?
Few crores.
Few crores, all right.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us first up. Talk to us about this partnership. Is it in any way connected to the existing licensing agreement that you have signed with Warner earlier? Will there be any conflict, or are you free to go ahead and do as many types as you want?
See, a few months back, Mr. Hari Nair, CEO, has joined us Tips Music, and he was ex-Reso. So when we are doing a deal with Reso ByteDance, this TikTok company, and when we are doing a deal with Warner Music, so he said, I will do this deal directly and we will have a direct approach, will be better for us. So we have told Warner we are keeping TikTok aside and rest you can take. So it's no conflict with Warner anyway.
All right. And if I had to ask you, say, of the revenue that you would generate from all these new platforms, there is YouTube, there is Meta, there is Spotify. Now there is TikTok, which you said is very small. There is Savan as well. I'm sure there is Apple Music somewhere out there too. So in your overall scheme of things, how much of your revenue comes from these new online verticals? And if you could break that down in terms of how much comes in from each of these platforms?
See, around 75% comes from this digital entire internet services.
Got it.
And from 75%, you can easily, it's around 60% is YouTube and 20% Spotify, and rest other all put together.
Okay, so 75% of total revenue comes in from the digital business, of which majority, of course, like you explained, comes in from YouTube. What is the growth rate that you're seeing year on year, especially as far as the digital arm of the business is concerned? And give us some trends that you are witnessing as far as market share is concerned, both in Savan, in Spotify, and these digital businesses.
See, I'm expecting, and our target is for last 4 or 5 years, and even going ahead, we should achieve 30% on top line and 30% on bottom line. And touchwood, last 1-2 years, we are achieving that. And this year also, our target is that much only. We will definitely achieve that. And we are in the third quarter of this year. I'm seeing the numbers, and I feel we will achieve that number. As far as what was your another question, you were saying something else also.
Market share in terms of Savan, in terms of the digital businesses, are you seeing increased market share?
Yeah, I think Tips is growing, and our target is I think at present we are on around 8% market share, but target is to at least grow double digit. So we are really working very, very hard on that. We are working on new content, all that. And I think this numbers you must be knowing Tips has a policy of writing off 100% of their content cost in the same quarter, even if we have released only one song. So that's a very tough policy. Nobody has that in worldwide, I guess. So we are maintaining that, and we are working, we are doing this for last many years. So we are still very, very positive, and we will maintain that for future years as well.
Okay, can you quantify a few numbers for us? Number one, you've given a 30% top line, bottom line guidance as far as FY25 is concerned. Are you sticking to that? Also, can you give us an outlook and hopefully quantify it in terms of subscription revenue, ad revenue, as well as music licensing fees that you expect to garner over FY25 and FY26?
25, I am very sure about 30% we are doing. And for 26, we will see in the last quarter. But our target is that we will do that much. We will work hard, and we have doing something else also. We are focusing too much on content. We have very quality content, and our budget will also increase. Last 2-3 years, we were working on we should have a content in place, but we were not achieving our targets to invest monies, expense. To do that much expense. So, but I feel next year onwards, we have already content in place. So that content will really help us to achieve that growth, what we are projecting, or what we are we are trying to achieve. So I think it will happen.
So let's talk about content itself. You had a target to release 350 songs this year. You've done about 222. In the remainder of this year, what are the songs, or how many songs are you likely to release, and what will the content cost be?
I think around this year it will be less. I think content cost will be around in the range of 22 and 25%. But still, 4 months still there, 4 months ahead of us. Right. I think maybe we will get one film, or we can achieve that kind of a target what we have decided earlier. So we are still waiting for that.
Okay, just a final question before we let you go, and this is just for the understanding of the business that you have. Of your current content, how many songs do you have in your library? And the revenue that you get, how much of that comes in from content which was made, say, in the last year and the last 2 years? How much of that comes in from, content that was prior to that, legacy content? And your expense of content is basically in that particular year itself, right?
Yeah, I think we our target is to achieve 30% new content, and we project the content is new for 5 years now. Earlier, the time of IPO, we used to write off our content costs within 2-3 months, but now we write off same quarter or same month. But our internal working is we should recover whatever content we are acquiring. We should recover our cost in 4-5 years. And we are working on that formula. And at present also, I feel 80-85% we are doing our library business. Whatever earlier years content we do that business. And actually, if you see the 90s content, whatever content we have, it's selling very well. The main our growth is from that also.
Understood. Thank you so much, Mr. Taurani, for joining us, telling us about the partnership with TikTok and also the way forward as far as Tips is concerned. Wish you all the best for a strong H2. But with that, it's a wrap on Chartbusters. Stay tuned. Trading Hour comes up next.